I'm CJ Golden. I'm sitting here with Tracy LaCroix, who I met quite by coincidence. And by the time you've finished listening to Tracy's story, I think you'll agree with me that there isn't anything that's just a coincidence. Things happen to us because they have been directed by some higher power. I'm convinced of that. Tracy and I met this past May. That's May of 2013. However, Tracy had passed away in June of 2012. Let that sink in. And I'd like you to meet Tracy and hear his story.
How do you do? Let's see, where to begin?
Well, where to begin? You passed away, but you're here talking to us, and
I'm here.
Yeah.
I passed away for an hour and 15 minutes. It's all documented. The doctors don't understand it. I had had a knee replacement, and 2 days afterwards they discovered that I had a heart problem. I had congestive heart failure. And they treated it with medication. After a series of tests, they found that I had a blocked artery and that at some point in the past I had had a silent heart attack. Because I had the major surgery, they didn't really want to do anything invasive. They put me on a regimen of meds, sent me home. And 2 days later, I had congestive heart failure again. I spent a couple weeks in the hospital as they adjusted medications and adjusted blood thinners and just various things. Then they sent me home again, and I was home for about a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, and I had congestive heart failure again. Ended up in the hospital. It was at that time they determined that they needed to do something, and it was either have a stent put in, and they told me there was only a 65% probability that it would work, or I could have a bypass. And it was only a single, as they call cabbage, so not really drastic, so to speak. It's pretty routine
For them.
So and I wasn't worried. Had no fear of it. It's like, okay, let's get it done. And that way I can continue on with my life. And on June 4th, I was scheduled for the surgery, went in, and it was textbook. There was no issues whatsoever. I was in recovery, and then I was transferred to CCU about 7 o'clock in the evening, 7:30-ish. And they called my wife and told her that you don't need to come in. He's fine, went like clockwork, very textbook, and he's heavily sedated. He probably wouldn't even know you're there. We were running a retirement community, and they knew that. They told her to stay home. And at 12:15 a.m. on June 5th, my heart stopped. I flatlined, and there was no warning to it. It just, boom, I was gone.